Hi, it's Michael here, and it is time to recap the Cleveland Indians games from this past week, and I will discuss the Browns a little bit later on. The team returned to action after a day off against the Milwaukee Brewers on Carnegie Avenue. After Carlos Carrasco gave up a hit to Ben Gamel and a walk to Keston Hiura, he settled down. He got strike three to Christian Yelich, Jed Gorko, and Daniel Vogelbach. In the bottom of the first, Cesar Hernandez recorded his 13th double, but likewise, Milwaukee starting pitcher Corbin Burnes got help from his defense to get a pop out and two groundouts. The next threat took place in the fourth inning. With one out, Milwaukee hit a pair of singles by the bats of Gyorko and Vogelbach. Tyler Naquin caught Orlando Arcia's line drive, but the visitors struck first. Following a free pass to Jace Peterson, Luis Urias drove in a run by hitting a bloop single towards the pitcher. But Carrasco had no play as every runner moved up 90 feet. In the bottom of the fifth, Cleveland still trailed 1-0. They loaded the bases after Franmil Reyes, Naquin, and catcher Austin Hedges all reached base. Two batters later, Delino DeShields was at the plate. Milwaukee almost got a double play as Urias threw to Jacob Nottingham at home for the force play, but the throw was unsuccessful. DeShields was safe, enabling Tyler to score. Delino later swiped second, but Hernandez could only muster a ground out, and the fifth inning was in the rearview mirror. Carlos went back to the mound and only conceded one hit and was able to move the game along, but the bats were silent in Cleveland's half as the game moved to the late innings. Phil Maton walked Luis Urias, then Andy Haynes, Milwaukee's hitting coach, was given the gate by home plate umpire Jerry Meals. Jacob Nottingham took a called third strike, but the Brewers would break through soon after. Hits by Ben Gamel and Keston Hiura gave the road team a 2-1 lead. That prompted Oliver Perez to come out of the bullpen. Carlos Santana misplayed the ball while tracking Christian Yelich's grounder, and it got through to score both Gamel and Hiura. Jed Gyorko was intentionally put on first, who would be replaced by Tyrone Taylor. Brian Braun was the next hitter, who took the fifth spot for Daniel Vogelbach in the order. His single to center field would be the fourth and final run in the seventh. Franmil Reyes led off the next Indians half inning with ball four, the final batter for Corbin Burnes. Brett Sutter retired Tyler Naquin, Josh Naylor, and Austin Hedges. James Karinchak pitched the eighth and gave up 3 hits, the last of which was a 2-run deep ball by Hiura. Adam Cimber had a 1-2-3 ninth, but Milwaukee would polish off a 7-1 victory. Burnes is 2-1, while Maton took his first loss in 3 decisions. Saturday, Cleveland looked to set things right in Game 2 of this interleague series. Aaron Civale walked the leadoff hitter, but Francisco Lindor retrieved Keston Hiura's ground ball to start a double play to Cesar Hernandez, finished off by Santana. The Indians applied pressure to Brewers starter Brandon Woodruff. Hernandez and Lindor both got on with one out, but neither Santana nor Reyes could advance them. In the top of the third, with 2 down, Jace Peterson was on first with Ben Gamel batting. Jace took second, but Gamel would take strike three, which ended the threat. Cleveland did likewise, except with one out. Jose Ramirez, who flew out in the first inning, singled and got his 9th theft of the year to get in scoring position. Civale got in trouble in Milwaukee's next set of at-bats. Hiura was hit. Then 2 batters later, catcher Sandy Leon was charged with an error on a pickoff attempt on a throw to first. Daniel Vogelbach beat the tag of Lindor at second for a double, and Keston stepped on home plate for the game's first run. Orlando Arcia had Milwaukee's second hit of the inning to create a first and third situation. Civale settled down and got Omar Narvaez to chase strike 3. The game moved into the bottom of the fifth. With 1 down, Oscar Mercado was walked by Woodruff. Hernandez was next, and his 14th double went to center field, and the game was back to even. Ramirez then hit his 9th home run of the season to right for Cleveland's first lead of the series. It chased Brandon out of the game for Freddie Peralta. The Indians could not add to their lead as Santana and Naquin struck out. Milwaukee answered with Keston Hiura's solo drive to right field, which made it 3-2. Two batters afterwards, the tension ratcheted up even further. Ryan Braun hit a triple, which was followed by Vogelback's walk. Savali struck out Orlando Arcia for the second out. Narvaez took ball four, which filled the bases. Aaron got Luis Urias to ground out to keep the Brewers to one run. Cleveland, with two outs, saw Mercado advance to first, swipe second, and go another 90 feet thanks to Peralta being called for a balk. Cesar Hernandez could not get Oscar home as he was out number 3. The Indians then went to their bullpen in the 7th inning as they inserted Cal Quantrill. Peterson and Gamble both went to the dugout, but Higuera was hit by a pitch. Then Yelich hit his way on. The bases were loaded after Leon's glove was in the way of Braun. It prompted another change, and Nick Whitgren got the final strike on Vogelback. Cleveland maintained their slim lead, but it was erased in the top of the 8th on Arcia's home run to left center field. Catcher's interference was applied in the Indians' favor as Josh Naylor was awarded first in their half inning, but it came to nothing as Leon struck out to end the frame. Brad Hand was the latest hurler to come in for the Tribe. He was up and down, giving up hits to Taylor and Yelich, but sat down Higuera and Braun. Mark Mathias, the pinch hitter, made contact, but the ball skied to the direction of Santana, who closed the glove and ball, moving the game into the home half of the 9th. Josh Hader got the ball for Milwaukee. This time, Mercado doubled to left field. A wild pitch moved him over to third. Jace Peterson and Ryan Braun swapped first base and right field respectively, but it did not matter. Cesar Hernandez's base hit to the left side ended proceedings, and Oscar's cleats touched the dish to finish off a Cleveland walk-off win 4-3. Whitgren blew the save, but Hand evened his mark to 1-1. Hader went to 0-1. Shane Bieber was dealing on Sunday afternoon before a national audience as he struck out 10 batters. In the bottom of the first versus Milwaukee, Cleveland gave him a lead to work with. Ramirez took a one-out walk and then advanced to scoring position when Francisco Lindor grounded out. The inning was left up to Carlos. His double did the trick. Bieber and Brett Anderson were on point in the early innings. Jose Ramirez singled, but was caught stealing to end the third inning. It remained 1-0 in the fourth after Bieber conceded first base to Yelich and a Vogelback hit. Arcia was the third out to get out of the jam. The home team added another run after hits by Lindor and Jordan Luplow. The Brewers would get one right back after Shane gave up 3 hits to Urias, Peterson, and Jacob Nottingham. At 2-1, the fourth hit of the 5th came off of Gamble, which loaded the bases with 1 out. Bieber held his nerve, getting Keston Hiura and Christian Yelich to chase strike 3. Phil Matone entered in the 6th inning, keeping the score the same by getting Taylor to fly out with 2 on and 2 out. The Indians were able to get some insurance runs. Anderson lost Ramirez, then Lindor struck his 10th double. Carlos Santana's RBI single made the margin 2 and chased Brett Anderson out of the game. Though Eric Yardley forced Franmil Reyes into a double play, the ground ball was enough for Francisco to score from third base. Jordan Luplow and Roberto Perez got on base, but Tyler Naquin could not keep the bottom of the 6th alive. Dominique Leon gave up a walk, but navigated through the 7th. Whitgren and Hand only had to face 3 batters in their respective innings to put the finishing touches on a 4-1 Indians win. Bieber improved to 7-0, Hand added a save, and Anderson slipped to 2-3. Monday, Cleveland welcomed in the Kansas City Royals to town. Zach Plesac gave up a hit in the first 2 innings, but kept the game scoreless going into the bottom of the 2nd. Santana and Reyes got to Brad Keller with a pair of singles, putting runners on the corners. Whit Merrifield could not collect Naquin's ground ball. The runners were all safe, and the home team hit the front. Josh Naylor reached on a force play at second to retire Naquin, but it was enough for Franmil to come home. Roberto Perez hit into a double play, but Cleveland forced the Royals to chase the game. In the bottom of the 4th, Lindor and Reyes both recorded base hits to center field, and Naquin delivered a sacrifice fly to push another run across. Kansas City recorded a hit in every inning, save for the 9th, but did not have a runner in scoring position until the 5th. Adalberto Mondesi bunted his way on base, though his teammate Edward Olivares, who singled before him, was out at second base. Mondesi took his 11th stolen base, but neither Cam Gallagher nor Merrifield could advance him. Oscar Mercado did get on as Roberto Perez, the lead runner, was the first out of the fifth. He moved to second but was stranded. Likewise, Lindor was left in scoring position after singling and advancing to second. In the seventh, Jose Ramirez had to exit the game with an injured hand. Kansas City did get on the board with Mondesi's first deep ball of the year. The Cleveland Bats responded quite nicely after the seventh inning stretch. 3 consecutive base hits by Naylor, Perez, and Mercado canceled out Adalberto's drive earlier. Hernandez bunted Perez to within 90 feet of home before Mike Freeman hit the ball far enough to right field, allowing Cesar to come to the plate. After Keller was replaced by Jesse Hahn, Lindor and Santana prolonged the inning, but Reyes could not bust the game completely open as he flew out to Bubba Starling. Adam Cimber took over for Plesac in the top of the eighth. Hunter Dozier's one-out triple was validated when Maikel Franco singled to make the score 5-2. Maton came in to sit down the next 2 hitters, and Hand struck out Starling, Edward Olivares, and Mondesi to put a period on the game. Brad went to number of saves for the season, got it to 12. Plesac earned his 3rd win, while Keller was defeated for a 2nd time. Tuesday turned out to be a slugfest. Against Jacob Junis, Freeman doubled with 1 away in the bottom of the first. Following Lindor's groundout, Carlos Santana hit a homer to center field to put Cleveland ahead 2-0. Tristan McKenzie would sit down the first 7 batters of the game. Prior to getting the first out of the third, the Indians added a 3rd run off the bat of Sandy Leon, which cleared the fence. Back to the top of the third, Nicky Lopez provided an extra base hit, subsequently followed by ball 4 to Cam Gallagher. Whit Merrifield changed the game with 1 swing, making it 3-all. McKenzie struck out Mondesi and Dozier to get back to the dugout without conceding anything else in the frame. Hernandez went up the middle for a single in the Cleveland half of the third. Francisco Lindor was up after Freeman whiffed at strike 3. The shortstop connected with a deep drive to right field, and the lead was restored. Both teams added a hit in the 4th. Then, in the bottom of the 5th, Freeman doubled but would be picked off at second, which in essence ended a great opportunity in that half inning. Quantrill pitched the 7th as the 3rd pitcher for the home team after James Karinchak got through the previous inning. Alex Gordon was on after Lindor's throw to Santana was not the best. Gordon was out as the lead runner after Matt Reynolds reached on a ground ball. Olivares got a 1-out single to put runners on the corners. Nicky Lopez then hit the ball Lindor's way, and Francisco tossed to Hernandez at second for the forced play, and Kansas City got a run in on the play. Gallagher leveled the score on his RBI double. Greg Holland pitched a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th for the Royals, so it was time for Cimber to enter the game. It did not go well. Adalberto Mondesi led things off with a hit, then picked up a stolen base. Hunter Dozier moved him over to third with a single, so a sacrifice fly by Maikel Franco made it 6-5. Oliver Perez conceded a single to Gordon and walk by Ryan McBroom. Later, with two down, Lopez was up again, and the Kansas City lead was 2 after he got hit by a pitch. In the bottom of the 8th, neither Freeman, Lindor, nor Santana could solve Greg Holland, so Adam Plutko went to the hill. Hits from Merrifield and Franco made it 8-5. Against Scott Barlow, Cleveland applied pressure on the opposition with 2 one-out hits by Naquin and Naylor, which meant first and third for Leon. The catcher was only able to muster a groundout as the Royals traded an out for a run. Delino DeShields was the potential tying run, but swung at strike 3, and Cleveland lost 8-6. Quantrill lost the save, and Cimber picked up the defeat, while Holland is 3-0. Barlow earned his 2nd save for the Royals. Wednesday's game was a good pitching duel between Danny Duffy and Carlos Carrasco. In the top of the 3rd, with Lopez on first, Roberto Perez threw to Francisco Lindor at shortstop to catch the infielder in his tracks for the out. The Tribe generated some offense in the 4th as Franmil Reyes took base on balls. Then Luplo's double made it 2nd and 3rd, all of this done with 2 outs. Oscar Mercado could not extend after going on strike 3. Kansas City put a 2-out rally of their own, In their next set of at-bats, Edward Olivares went to left for a hit, subsequently followed by one from Lopez. Olivares made it to third, but a relay was started by Luplo to Jose Ramirez, who threw to Lindor for the out at second. The home side could not take advantage of a bases-loaded one-out situation, which Duffy lost Roberto and Jose, as well as a single by DeShields. Lindor and Santana could not drive in the first run, which was really where the game turned. The game moved into the top of the sixth. Carrasco gave up hits by Gallagher, Merrifield, and Mondesi, and the Royals scored first. Carlos did keep it to just that solitary run as he got an out of each variety. Dozier swung at strike three, Franco grounded out, and eventually Matt Reynolds flew out. Franmil Reyes and Perez each got aboard in the sixth, but Delino hit straight to Hahn, who relieved Duffy during the Cleveland sixth. Both sides were collecting outs, and the game moved to the ninth. The combination of Gordon's single and Edward Olivares doubled the Royals' lead. Nicky Lopez followed up with a hit to left field for a second insurance run for the road team. Naylor and Perez were put away by Holland. DeShields offered a glimmer of hope with a triple to center field, but Hernandez was unable to get on to put the tying run to the plate as he lined to the glove of Gordon in left field. So the final score was 3-0, and Duffy improved to 3-3, while Holland got credit for the save. Carrasco gave his team a chance, but is now 2-4. So the four-game set against Kansas City concludes today at 5:10 Central Time. 1-4 Brady Singer opposes 3-4 Aaron Civale. Shane Bieber takes aim at win number 8 in Minnesota after 7 o'clock Friday. 3-1 Zach Plesac is scheduled to go at about the same time Saturday night. Tristan McKenzie takes the ball at 1:10 Sunday, hoping to go 3-0 before Cleveland gets a day off prior to a visit to Wrigley Field to play the Cubs at 7:15 Tuesday and Wednesday. They will then fly to Detroit for 4 games versus the Tigers starting Thursday at just after 6 o'clock. The Chicago White Sox enter today with a 1-game lead on the Cleveland Indians and Minnesota Twins. Detroit is 6 back of the runner-up spot, and the Kansas City Royals are another 4.5 games behind the Tigers. Elsewhere, the Tampa Bay Rays, Toronto Blue Jays, New York Yankees, Baltimore Orioles, and Boston Red Sox are 1-5 in the East Division. The Oakland Athletics are in pole position out west, followed by the Houston Astros, Seattle Mariners, Los Angeles Angels, and Texas Rangers. In the National League West, the order goes Los Angeles Dodgers, San Diego Padres, San Francisco Giants, Colorado Rockies, and Arizona Diamondbacks. The Central, top to bottom, is competitive again. The Chicago Cubs are first, followed by the St. Louis Cardinals, Milwaukee Brewers, Cincinnati Reds, and Pittsburgh Pirates. The Atlanta Braves, who put up 29 runs Wednesday night versus the Miami Marlins, are 2 up on the Philadelphia Phillies. The aforementioned Marlins are third, then the New York Mets and Washington Nationals. I will talk about the Week 1 game momentarily involving the Cleveland Browns, but here is the listed schedule for the other 15 weeks with dates and times subject to change. So Thursday the 17th, the Cleveland Browns home opener against the Bengals is at 7:20 Central Time on NFL Network. There will be noon Sunday starts for the Washington home and Dallas away games back-to-back. October 11th is a 3:25 kickoff versus the Colts, then 3 straight lunchtime kickoffs in Pittsburgh and Cincinnati before Cleveland ushers in the Las Vegas Raiders. The bye comes during Week 9, so 8 games will have been played before the respite. The Houston Texans and Philadelphia Eagles come to Northeast Ohio the following set of Sundays. A visit to Jacksonville is on November 29th, then another AFC South side in Nashville versus the Titans. The last 4 aforementioned games start just after 12. Week 14 is the reverse fixture against the Baltimore Ravens at 7:15 for Monday Night Football. 6 days after that is a visit to the Meadowlands for the next 2 weeks against the Giants and Jets. Pittsburgh is a home game to finish off the regular season. The Jets game is still to be determined as far as date and time, but the Week 15 and 17 contests are in the noon window for December 20th and January 3rd, respectively. So the North Texas Browns backers' location this season will be at the Irishman Pub, which is on the northwest corner of Preston Road and Frankford. So plan accordingly for a noon kickoff Central Time for the Browns and Ravens this Sunday, God willing. Just a reminder, the content from this is from the NFL app and the MLB app, along with their video content. So that's where I got all this information. The text of this blog is available at http://www.mjbalesta2.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter at Instagram at mjbalesta2 and on Facebook at Michael Balesta. Archive videos on YouTube can be found by searching Michael Balesta Roman numeral 2. If you could, I would love your feedback on the comments section, and if you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Hope you have a safe and blessed week. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.